Hey family, so I'm gonna make this real quick. Those of you who are believers, who have been in the church forever and who've been studying the Word and who have been following the Father and the Son, I invite you guys to join me tomorrow for the Truth Bible Study. Over this last week, we have been going into the depths of the history of our Bible and how it became what it is. And we've gone through every stage of it from the very beginning, and we are at the stage where we're talking about old King James and who he was as a man, what his story was, and what brought him into leadership in the first place, and what was his relationship like with his mother, and what prompted the creation of his version of the Bible, and what it changed and what it didn't change, and what it established and what it undermined. Since we hold this Bible to be our truth, we hold it to be the foundation of our faith, and so many derivative works have come from it, I think that we all need to look at the Word where it tells us to study to show ourselves approved. And I implore you to join me tomorrow. In my research to uncover the answers to those questions that I just gave you, I am terribly disturbed. So much so that I'm almost, I'm not even going to say it. You got to join me tomorrow. It's absolutely free. We'll be getting started at 9-ish tomorrow morning, 9-ish Thursday, Pacific Standard Time. Join me, family. If I've ever blown your hair back, I promise you tomorrow is going to be a shocker. These are things you've never heard about. I've never heard about them. And just to understand the grand scheme of things, it's interesting why we're where we are. The beginning of this study, we talked about the very first time that the Father's name was taken out of the Bible. We know that there have been over 400,000 errors identified in our King James Version, and now I see why. We talked about the very first time that the name of the Father was forbidden. We've talked about the Nicene Council and how that unfolded and what that created. We've talked about how the derivative works from that turned into the Latin Vulgate, which is where things changed. Then 1,000 years later, we had the Geneva Bible, which became the People's Bible. And then we're talking about tomorrow, we're going to go into depth about King James. We're going to go into two different parts. We're going to talk about his history, and then we're going to talk about the creation of the King James Version and what that means for us right now today. It's important that we begin to understand this, family, because the Bible tells us that just like in the days of Noah, that things are going to look just like it was when he lived. And we're starting to see that. And that things are winding up. We see prophecy unfolding every single day. I don't want to go into too much detail about that part, but y'all, we don't have time to be hemming and hawing. We need to know that what we know and what we believe is rooted in truth. And if it's not, we need to really, really rebuild our foundation. We're talking about repairing the breach, and there has been a major breach. And so we're going into depth. I'm bringing receipts. There'll be scripture support. Bring the Bible, that whatever Bible version you use, bring it with you. Bring your notebook, bring your pen, bring your questions, and we are going in. I know that it has been a whirlwind for those of you who've been watching, and I'd like for you guys who have been watching to put in the comments how it's been impacting you. And invite your friends and family. For those of you who are already on this path and you know that your family thinks that you're nuts for what we're revealing, my, wait until you see what I'm going to share with you tomorrow. So y'all don't miss it. Every day we're at 9 o'clock, Truth Bible Study. I'm Queenie Brown, and I'll see you all there. Y'all take good care.